Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone. How are you fine people doing this
Good evening,
our
all.
last December in 2025? How's everyone doing?
Doing
Good.
great. Good, good.
We have the famous, no, it's not the famous four, Fantastic Four here today. Um, it's a day lane, a day's diary. We have got Stevie Street, the vinyl New Jack Swing hop around, and we've got Lorena with Total R&B. How's everyone?
Yes, a packed house. We
Packed
Yeah.
house.
are totally three girls called Total tonight.
Hey, Derek, out in Minneapolis. It must be nice and cold out in the Twin Cities. Yes. Did everyone have a fun Christmas? Because it's always important that's always one to find out.
Mm. I went for I actually I forced myself to have a walk on Christmas Day
A
before the big
walk. Wow.
meal. So I had a little walk around because I was when you're off work and you're getting that lazy sweet spot over Christmas, you kind of forget what day it is. So I forced myself out, had a little walk and that, and then prepared myself for the family meal. I will say something quite controversial though. I don't. Maybe it's just me in the area that I'm in. I don't know what it's like for you, other three, but I feel like it feels like it's the beginning of the end for Christmas. I don't know, something this year that I've noticed that I don't know. It's just the areas that I'm in. Normally, you've got lights on everywhere outside. They put the decorations up. I haven't seen it so much this year. I don't know whether people are tightening the belts. I've heard other people just say it doesn't feel like Christmas this year. It doesn't feel the same. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. People are more obsessed with sales, aren't they, and buying stuff, and it seems more about the sales now and going out shopping than it does Christmas. But that's just the area that I'm in. It could be a completely different experience for you guys. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, how is it? Because over here in the UK, the Black Friday stuff that normally happens before right after Thanksgiving, it's normally on the 26th, which is Boxing Day, so it's a public holiday. But that's normally the sale, so it's like okay, we everyone who bought presents before Christmas. Now we've got a lot of stock. We need to get rid of it. So the 26th is when it's normally our big sort of Black Friday type of event. Is it like that over there? Like the day after Christmas, everyone rushes to get discounts.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a big sale after Christmas. And I do want to say hi to Jalen, my little brother.
Okay.
How are you doing? But yes, it's a super big sale after Christmas. Like
Okay.
yeah.
How's it out in Canada?
Yeah, it's the same thing. We have Boxing Day, but
Oh,
like
okay? You have it as well.
yeah, but a lot of the stores they'll have like Boxing Week. So like for the whole week, there's sales that are happening in the stores.
Okay. 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 Just welcome everyone that's joining us, and Mac as well.
Good evening, all.
Welcome. Um, yes, we've got Zay. Welcome as well. It's always good people joining us for and Misty Johnson. Welcome as well. Happy Sunday.
Happy
Yes,
Sunday.
happy Sunday. Just as we were saying, we've got a special episode coming up in the new year. It's going to be Brandy's debut album versus Aaliyah's Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. So we get ready for that. As two albums that came out in the same year of '94, and both artists different trajectories. Of course, Aaliyah sadly passed away, but they both had three or four. Oh well, Aaliyah had three albums. Brandy, I think she had four or five. But anyway, we'll get to battle their debut albums in the new year.
You're not skating around the controversial big one as well. You're not skating around that one, are you? You want to mention that one, do you? The other,
We'll
12, the number 12 somewhere.
we'll have time to celebrate that soon. But we are going to talk about these total. Um, 2 debut albums. What did you guys think? I'll start with you, Dave, and then go with Stevie, then Lorena.
I think for me, what I found that I'm probably not supposed to say it yet, but I did favor the 1996 album a little bit more than the 1998 album.
Okay.
I love their smooth vocals. Like not everybody needs to be, like an Aretha Franklin or a Whitney Houston. I love the smooth, like hip sounding vocals. And I want to say Pam and T-Boz, they remind me a lot of each other, like their sounds, that style. But I loved it. I did.
Okay. Stevie, what did you make of Total and their albums?
This was a big play in 95, 96. A lot of, again, I keep saying this, a lot of clubbing memories, going out, hearing the singles in the clubs as they were being released, buying them on a Saturday morning, hearing them in the clubs on a Saturday night. They were a fresh girl group. The sound of girl groups by then was kind of changing. I felt it's getting tougher, wasn't it? It was, you'd had the nice, looking, the way they dress girls. It was very. But by the time Total came around, I mean, we'd have a few other groups like YNV, 7669 that really kind of pushed the sexuality and the boundaries of the way girl groups were going. But I think by the time Total came around, it kind of stamped that. And on the second album, I mean, I don't know about the second album. I'm kind of indifferent about it, listening to it now. First album, not great. Second album, I'm clutching at straws at some of the tracks, I'll be honest.
Okay. Lorena, what about you?
For me, I was actually more familiar with the second album than the first because I guess I was a little bit older. But then listening to the first album, I really liked the first album over the second one.
Okay.
I was surprised. I guess maybe for nostalgic reasons or something, I was going to gravitate to the second one. But yeah, it was easier and more fun to listen to the first one. So I really enjoyed that.
Okay. That was interesting. I think when they first came out and they had very similar formula with 112, having a debut single with Biggie was always going to grab the attention. Pam also had a very similar, a unique tone, similar to Slim of 112, but she sounded like a baby, like a baby voice. So it wasn't a Coco or En Vogue, as you said. It wasn't. It just had a very distinct sound, and then alongside with Keisha as well, they did the bulk of the singing, and then you had Pam, who was the entertainer, the one who would dance and as well. And this was probably 96 when they first came out. That was at its peak of R&B. It's as well as we'd say. I'm just trying to see now. When did the album come out? Did it come out in 96?
Yeah, because they had a single on a soundtrack, didn't they? What was the soundtrack? Got it.
Who's the Man?
No, it was New Jersey Drive. Was it New Jersey
Drive? Yeah.
It came out on Tommy Boy, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because that single was released on Tommy Boy Records, and that was big. It was a big, very big single. And then after they dropped the album, so
yeah,
the hype was on that first single though, straight off the bat.
So the album came out the 13th of February, 96. But they it's strange because Can't You See came out in 95, and No One Else came out in November of 95 before the album itself came out in 96. And to push the album, they released Kissing You and Do You Think About Us as the fourth single. So I mean, yeah, they came out at really interesting time, and as I said, I don't know, everything Bad Boy between 94 to 98 was gold. Everyone just you just pretty much bought anything that's on the label, and and they really, they used a lot of samples and stuff, so it didn't feel musically original, but it felt hip as well. But it's interesting you both. It's interesting, Steve and Lorena, you both favored the debut album. Yeah, I actually, if I was on my, I think the second album, I think I think I preferred the bulk of the songs
Really?
on the second album. Yeah, I think
Wow, man.
I think
Interesting.
yeah, I started to think, I started to listen. And, the debut album was great, but when I did this stuff, I was listening to the second album. I thought actually I do like these songs. I like the changeover with Missy coming in and adding a different style and vibe. Um, I must say, it was it was some of the interludes were a little a little risque. Some of the interludes were like, oh goodness, okay. It was a little hard to listen to and stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking, goodness, how did I listen to this back in '96? Same thing when if I listen to the Chronic or the Doggy Style album, I'm like, oh goodness, this is a little too hard to listen to in this day and age. Um, but um, when did you guys? Okay, Lorena, did you? When did you discover the album? Did you discover it when it came out, or was it just later?
The second album, I guess, when it came out, because that's when like you would buy like a whole bunch of CDs. So I just remember that was one of the CDs that we had in the house, and it was being played. Again, I probably shouldn't have been listening to it, but
It
I
has
did.
parental advisory on it.
But whatever. There's a lot of songs I shouldn't have been singing as a kid, but here we are. I felt like they had really good, strong singles, but I guess just listening to the album as a whole, I preferred the first album. The first album, I just listened to it the first time doing this in its entirety. Before that, I only knew the singles. I've never listened to the full
Okay.
first album before.
Yeah, both M. Mac and Brando in Chicago says the first album had too many songs.
Wow.
No.
Wow, okay. The timing on the second album was perfect. That's what Brando out in Chicago says. Okay. Did we think that though? Did you guys think that as well?
The second album did have a lot of songs. It was like 13 of them. It's like on the second one.
It's a lot. 18 got all these interludes, 18 tracks. A lot to
Oh,
get.
yeah.
A lot of,
Yeah.
like you say, there's so many features on it. Black Rob, he's not with us anymore, is he now? Missy
No.
Elliott, Mocha. Who remembers Mocha? Wow.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, they gave them. They gave them some tracks. They gave them some tracks. The I was, and then I wanted. My disappointment. I think every group would need 3 albums to really say, okay, at least they've come out with 3 albums. Did you know why they didn't come up with a third album?
Well, hopefully you might give us that answer, Namdi.
Oh, no.
I wanted that myself.
Oh goodness. So I probably didn't think too much. I should have asked, but Kima said that she had this, both Pam and Keisha kicked her out the group. She was saying that she wasn't too. Goodness, and I'm thinking, I'm trying to understand now. Was there? She didn't like how things were that things were happening within the group, and she wanted some change. And Kima and Keisha went in agreement, and they told Puff that she isn't being reasonable, that we probably need to make a change. And they drafted in Mila from 702.
Wow.
Oh.
Mila 702, when I interviewed her, says, yes, it happened. We recorded some songs, but it just didn't, but we just couldn't get it. I think the labels changed their mind. Mind you, this was about 2000, and things just changed around. And then she went back to 702 and recorded a Star album. So there was just so much drama in there, and so that was it. They've never recorded another track in an album again.
It's a
I've
shame.
had
It's a
yeah,
shame that.
because they were really they really had their style and they really had different things. Yeah. Third album says Puff ran out of steam, and yes, the girls were not on the same page. Yeah, yeah. So it says, and I've had Pam on the show, I think 6 times, 5 or 6 times, I've always forget to ask her why they didn't do the third album. It's only Keeman I'd asked, and when I saw my interview with her, this was a year and a half after I'd started. She was kind of reserved, so it wasn't an easy grabbing it. But she just says it. But Pam and Keisha just weren't on the same page with her. Yes.
Well, you really have. That's another one you've got on speed dial on WhatsApp there, isn't it? You got Pam there as well as Roger Jerkins.
What Chris is saying, I one time asked Pam why the original version of What About Us was never placed on the second album over
Interesting, yeah.
over a remake. Okay, over a mix. Yes. Anyway, yeah. So, how did you guys find this compiling your top 25? Top 25. Your top 10. Some honorable mentions.
I would say for me, it wasn't bad. So it was really cool for me to listen to the first album because, like I said, I've never listened to that full album, and I only knew like I guess maybe two of the singles that were out. So it was really cool. It wasn't that bad putting it in order, I think, except like when I got to like 1 to 6, it got kind of hard for me.
Okay. Dave, what about you?
I think for me, as I stated, like I just liked the 1996 album so much more. And I'm just like Lorena, like I never have listened to the entire album in its entirety. So I just know the hits that I've grown up with over the years. So that's how I always like make my list. If like if I've grown up with songs over the years and they're still like I can play over and over and over still. So
yeah, I mean, it must be hard for you guys because, as I said, Steve and I we would be, when the albums are out, we're buying them, so we knew of them and we can remember those feelings and stuff like that. And I guess it could be, imagine me trying to start to rank a Shalimar album or or F Wind and Fire album, and I'm almost experiencing it as because I wasn't there and it wasn't stuff that I'm as familiar with. Stevie, how was it for you?
The first album was easy, just picking the 5 tracks. Could have picked 6, could have picked 7, could have picked 8.
Wow.
The second album, oh dear, I struggled. I mean,
Wow.
there is one for me. There's one standout track on the album. The rest of it, I was struggling. That maybe there's a few other tracks I could maybe listen to a bit more, and I might discover a bit more now. That I just didn't bother playing, but I really struggled with the second album. Apart from one standout that I do remember at the time, thankfully, it still sounds really good now, which I'm happy about.
Okay.
Which we'll get to in my top 10.
Well, Brando's changed his mind now. He says he meant the second album had too many songs, not the first. Okay. For me, actually, strangely enough, going through this, I probably it was easier putting. I think if I had honorable mentions, like if I had to do a top 12, I would say that most of the top 12 would come from the second album. If we had to do a top 12, I probably would have had 5. I would have had 5 from the first, and then the other 7 from the second album. Yeah. Wow. So my 2 honorable mentions at the end, you probably see those. You probably get those ones. But anyway, we can start at number 10. And number 10 for me was a song that I didn't think should have been the second single. because I thought that there was, but then yeah, I thought it was a nice chill song, but I didn't think it had enough staying power for the radio to become the second single of the album to really get it where it needed to be. But I put Sitting Home from the Keisha and Pam album.
Mhm.
So that was at number 10. Pam did most of the singing, and it was almost about her in a little bit. And they all did their little dance in the video. But Sitting Home, I think Ed Lover was in that video. I didn't remember. Anyway, so that was it. So number 10 for me is Sitting Home.
Wow,
From the
number
second
10.
album.
Number 10.
Good
Hey,
one.
it's a
That's a good one.
fantastic track, that. Number 10.
Okay, what about you?
Stunned already.
Number 10 for me was something that, okay, I like the song. It's not my favorite, but I like that they tried. Because I would have never expected them to do something like this ever. I have Rock Track, which is very
What?
like reminiscent of something from like the 80s rock. And I haven't heard something like that since
Wow.
Janet Jackson's Black Cat. So maybe I like a 90s spin with the but yeah, that's my number 10. I'm glad that they actually tried.
Wow. I was I was disappointed with that track in a sense. Yeah,
Which
that's
Which track? Sorry, did you pick?
Rock Track.
Rock Track.
From-
What's that? Is that
Yeah.
the second album?
second album.
Yes.
Yes, I think Missy did it with them.
Oh right, yeah, track 3. Wow, I just skipped past that. I probably thought, what's this? What's this? Skip. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at the credits for that. The credits
I think it was
are
Missy.
no, it's Mr. P Diddy produced it. He said here. There's no samples in it. There's no big samples or anything. Doesn't mention anything. It's
Okay.
written by Mario Winans, Missy Elliott.
Yeah, Missy. Yeah, Rock Track.
P Diddy.
Yeah, Mario. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So what about you, Stevie? What did you pick for number 10?
I went for a track that I barely ever played, but having listened to it on this album, I think I now know why it stood out to me because of the sample. It says samples "Dreams of Tomorrow" by Lonnie Liston Smith. For any of you cosmic jazz funk fusion listeners out there, you'll know all about Mr. Lonnie Liston Smith. But the track I went for was "Rain," produced by J Dub and Sean Puffy Coombs. That was his name then, Sean Puffy, and Tony Dofart's on here as well. Kelly Price wrote it. Kelly's a writer on it as well. Lonnie Liston Smith. God, there's a lot of monetary credits going all over here, apart from in Total's pocket.
Yeah, so Rain samples The Garden of Peace by Lonnie Linton Smith and Dead Presence by Jay-Z.
I like
And I do wonder if I wonder what else he would have sampled. But yeah, so J-Dub, I should have asked him about that. Okay. Rain wasn't a bad track,
Yeah, Rain was good.
Rain wasn't a bad track.
I think I'll listen to that more now. I think, I really should have given that track a bit more of a chance. It could have gone higher up in my top 10, but that's probably one of the tracks that, is like a discovery track for me. Like, I just didn't play this at the time at all. Shame on me.
Okay. Yes. Lorena, what did you put as your number 10?
Okay, so coming in at number 10, I was getting nervous to start off these lists, but number 10. Sorry?
You got to take the plunge, Lorena. We've all got to do it.
I know. So it's from their second album, and it's one of the duets that I like that they had, and it's Press Rewind.
Oh, with Carl Thomas?
Yes.
Rewind. And he had a very distinct soulful voice.
Yeah.
and I think we appreciated him at the time. Um, yeah, he had a very unique and distinct voice when, especially when he's you could tell it's him. Yeah, let me see. Press rewind. I think who
It
did.
samples very wow, I'm surprised. It samples Curtis Mayfield, Little Child Running Wild, which is a great track from the Superfly soundtrack. Little Child Running Wild. Yeah. Who else it wrote? It's wrote by Mario Winans, as well as P. Diddy again.
So, guys, it doesn't sound as Stevie sang it, but
No.
he may get the lyrics right or
Little
something.
child running
But when
wild.
you do hear the song Press Rewind, you do hear that old school beat
Yeah.
that reminds you of those like
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Superfly
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Let me see. What's my? I still have, I've had my playlist out. So number 9. What is this one? Let me get the sound of this one here now. Yeah. Okay. I had, number 9. It had an amazing remix, and but I think the beat. Let me see who did the production, because I think the beat on this was definitely, especially when you listen to it in the clubs, and when you listen to it in the clubs and when you listen to it loud, it is such an amazing. Yeah, it had Tone and Poke doing production with Diddy, Terry Robinson on the writing as well, and it's they went at their best when they performed this song on the Showtime on the Apollo, and it was only when the Brat came out on stage that everyone went crazy, because she had the star power, but it is no one else
At number 9.
at
What?
number 9.
Shocking.
Dude,
Oh, way, Namdi.
My
really
gosh.
good production and everything. Hey, it made the top. Look, there's 35 songs, and it made the top. It made number 9.
Man, I
Uh,
fear even more for this 12 play review next week than if you're putting that at number 9, mate. Deary me.
Yeah, so it's nice. I like the remix. That had Foxy Brown and Little Kim on it. But yeah, number 9.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe because I've heard it such a long time, and it's so popular. And as I always say, when you do these type of album reviews in that time frame, what happens is you like the song, like you put Motown Philly at number 12, number 3 or 4, because you've listened to it so many times, Stevie. With this,
I
it was
get
like
that.
I've heard it so many times, and some of the newest songs that I hadn't heard in a while, like really spoke to me today and stuff like that. I mean, I had a track that I was like, oh man, if it wasn't too risque, I probably would have put in my top 10. I can't even say what the there'll be no effing tonight was the wrong. I thought, hey, that would have been great to put in there, but I just felt it was it was a little
I think
too.
the thing with tracks that you hear in clubs at the weekend that are loud and they're in the moment, I think the last thing you want to do, say, on a Sunday night or a Monday night when you want to relax, you don't want to play a club set in your house, do you? So you play the more chill. I get it. You play the more chill tracks. Because, like I say, I'd be out in a club. I know a club set that I did week in, week out. So when it came to actual listening in the house, you wouldn't want to repeat that, would you? Maybe a few of them, but I get it, Namdi. I do understand. You overhear something.
Yeah, I mean, it was, as I said, it was big. I think it was big for such a long time, but I think as I was doing the list, some of the songs just felt, a lot different.
Rush home on a Monday night to put my 12-inch version of Bell Biv DeVoe Poison on, dun, 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 and wreck the neighbours, and neighbours going bang, bang, bang on the wall. Turn it down. I get it.
Dave, what about you? What's number 9?
Number 9 is Don't Ever Change. I think it's from the second album, I think. But mine, number 9 is Don't Ever Change.
Yeah, no, that came from the first album.
First album. First album, Don't Ever Change.
Okay, what did you like about that track?
I can't really remember what it sounds like.
It had it was a ballad mainly sung by Pam.
Okay, that's probably why though,
and it had the sample, not the sample of Zap, do wap
Computer Love.
Yeah,
Okay.
Computer Love. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's a nice track. That was nice. Chucky Thompson produced it as well.
So it makes sense because Chucky was the Chucky makes sense with Chucky on it. Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice track. That.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot what it sounded like in that moment, but yeah, that's my number 9.
Okay, Stevie, what went to number 9 for you?
Number 9. I'm not even sure if I'm fully like this. It was these 9 and 10 spots were really to just fill up. They're just filler spaces, aren't they? But I didn't like the rap, but it had a big sample in it, and again, it did. The groove, the remix did sound good in a club, but I'd still put the original so much better. If the original was on these albums, it'd be my top 5. But What About Us remix just to fill up the 9 and 10 spots. Like I said, I don't like the rap in it. I don't mind the big dum dum dum, that big bass line sample. It's probably the best part of it, really. And it's just a shame I couldn't. As you've got it in the back, you've got the 12-inch on your wall there, Ade. What about us? I think I got a promo 12 of the album mix and the instrumental in a Bad Boy sleeve somewhere. I'm sure I've got it. But yeah, that's my number 9.
Okay.
That should be high.
Wow, you not number 9, and you had the audacity to talk about my stuff.
What? It's not as good, that remix. It's not as good as the original mix. It's an absolute boom, 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 boom. What about it's a Timbaland masterpiece, that one. But the remix just didn't as good as that. But it's still in my chart.
Okay. Goodness. Lorena, what did you have?
For number 9, it's another song from the second album that I think it was produced by Heavy D, The Most Beautiful. That's my number 9.
Wow. Okay. I can't remember that one.
Just didn't.
Yeah, I can't remember that one. What do you remember of that?
It has like a different beat to it. I found the beat was really different. I really liked the beat of the song.
Okay. What I try and look at is and see where did I rank it in the most.
Your other friend Warren Campbell's on the track as well, Namdi. And it samples Memory Band by the Rotary Connection. Wow, there's an obscure name, the Rotary Connection. Wow.
Yeah, I think I put it at that made my top 15.
Okay.
That made my top 15. Okay. Number 8 for me. I think what I liked about this was the sample that it used. Let me try and see. Number 8 here is, and this is going back to the second album, and it had, let me take a final peek to listen to make sure that number 8 here, what have I put it down at? It's the one featuring, where is this stuff here? Yeah, they did have a lot of tracks here. I can't find it. Where is it? Hold on. I have to go to my playlist to see what I put down total. Number 9. Number 8 was no, it's not.
And at this point, folks, if you want to go make yourself a coffee, have yourself a beer or a whiskey, do that now. Andy,
I've had it back on both and says yes.
Try to find this track.
Yeah, so this was Total featuring Mace. If You Want Me, and yeah, and it wasn't as good as when Mace did Tell Me What You Want with Total singing it. So what didn't have the same type of impact, but it was good to have his lazy rap in there, and it sampled the Busta Rhymes track.
Mm-hmm.
What was the song of Busta Rhymes? Is
It's
that
like
Pastor
if you really
Cavassier? If
me,
you really
some,
want to
some
pass to me, yeah, that's the yeah, that was definitely a track that I think they should have had as their second single, because if they had had that track with Mace in the album, I think it would have done better than sitting home. I think this would have, because people would have remembered that Buster track, they would have seen Mace, that would have had a big impact. So, but yeah, really liked it, and it made my top number 8.
Busta Rhymes is trending at the moment, isn't he, on the old social media? Maybe we don't want to go into that, but I'm just saying it's trending for certain reasons. Maybe you won't find out for yourself next time you do scrolling at 2 a.m. on your phone. Yes.
That was my turn. My number 8 is I Don't Want to Smile, the ballad that they did on the second album.
Wow.
Me too.
I don't wanna. It's called. You girls are all over the place tonight with your selection. Wow, it's good. At least all these tracks get highlighted anyway, because I just wouldn't have picked any of these.
Yeah. As I said, you know what? It made my top 15, but when I think about Pam, her vocals on the track, she sings very vulnerable. Because when she performs, she looks as if she's fearless, but when she's singing in these tracks, you can hear the innocence in her vocals, in the vocals, and it was different. It wasn't like a Coco singing, or the girls from Cut Close and stuff. So yeah, it was just different and unique, and that's really what cut through. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
was very
that
intrigued to hear her voice in particular on a ballad, because we're so used to hearing her in something hip.
yeah,
Something
yeah, yeah,
pop.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
why.
yeah. I was listening to this. I was like, man, I actually do like. Uh, I'm a massive fan of Pam, and this is something. So she's been on the show 5 times at least. I think 6, but I'll count. My first time interviewing her, she said, "Okay, so you've got 20 minutes." It was recording. She just said, "Okay, we've got 20 minutes, so we don't want to waste time. So let's just go." And I'm like, "Damn, 20 minutes!" And I squeezed out an hour and 2 minutes that very first interview.
Nearly
And
triple the
I
time.
squeezed out an hour and 5 minutes from that very first interview, because she only gave me 20 minutes. And since then, she's come back that many times. But it's and I think there are times when I stop and I think, hey, this is Pam from Total, you know, and her life completely changed. She's had so many ups and downs, especially with things, and I think she really had it bad in the industry. I think, and I think her whole change is about the fact that whatever, all the stuff that happens with it behind the scenes, she was right in the middle of all that, and she comes out saying, yes, I messed up, I did a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to change. So yes, yeah, so it's but yeah, so when I hear her vocals on this stuff, I say, man, people who go to see Total might be thinking, oh man, we miss Pam, because she brought a lot of different stuff on the stage. And it isn't just singing the songs, it's the performance and her vocals and her presentation and stuff.
Wow, you're some Donnie Simpson, Namdi.
Okay. Misty Johnson saying, I appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, Stevie.
I'm still on this album. So it's my third pick from this album. I think it was the first single. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I was gonna say it sounds like a dollar store type Timbaland production or a pound shop type Timbaland, but it is produced by Timbaland, so I can't say that. So it's tripping. I think it was the first single from this album. I could be wrong, but
Really?
the song's all right. I like the song. Maybe I don't know if the production really hit me like other Timbaland productions. I'm not sure. But it's in my top 10. I think it's worthy of being in the top 10, that track. Good single, solid enough single. So there it's tripping at number 8.
Yeah, it's strange because it has Missy, Dow Pearson, Timbaland, Puffy, and Mario One as producers. So it feels as if, I know Puffy, he does say a few words throughout the track. So I don't know if a Bad Boy 98, and I don't know if that counts for being a producer on it. But yeah, I don't know. It was the first single. Yeah, so Timbaland didn't have full production, so maybe if you think it was a B version of Timbaland, it's because he's just one of 4 producers on it. Yeah. The song was released Puffy and Heavy on Mario remix as the main version, regardless of the single. So it's strange because they said, was that the person rapping? Was that Black Rob? Because I thought it was Timbaland that did in the video. Oh, no, that's What About Us.
Doesn't say. I don't think there's a rap on it. I think they might have been on the 12-inch remix. I remember there's some other mixes of it.
Track listing. They had the one featuring DMX on the remix.
Yeah.
DMX on the remix. Okay. A remix with DMX. Okay. All right, tripping. All right. Lorena, what's your number 8?
For number 8, again from their second album, the song that they have with Mace, If You Want Me, that is at number 8 for me. I really like the beat because obviously I'm familiar with it from Busta Rhymes. So that was probably one of the reasons why it made it into my top 10, but it's a good song. I like it.
Yeah. And it did it definitely did have that familiarity with it.
It sampled Sweet Green Fields from Seals and Crofts. Interesting. Very interesting. Stevie J.
I have to look up the samples because some of these groups I've never heard of before.
Yeah, it's like a 70s West Coast thing, wasn't it? Seals and Crofts. DJ all day there, giving us a bit of humour at number 8. I like that. Very good, sir.
So normally, everyone who that from the 90s who whether it's J-Dub or anyone who's worked with they don't call him Diddy, they all call him Puffy. Remember Rodney Jerkins says, yeah, Puffy and Stevie J. So I think when we're talking about the 90s artists, if we call him Puffy, this is pre-Baby Oil, pre-Cassie, because Cassie came in 2000, and he changed his name to P. Diddy and Diddy. So I think it's safe when we call him Puffy. So the Puffy version was the sort of music maestro. He still stole money, but he was still the music version that people know him as. And they still, all of them, they all call him Puffy, not 112. Yeah, Puffy did that. So I think we're safe when we call him Puffy. I think we get into 50 Cent's territory if we start using the Diddy name. So, yeah. Okay. Number 7, is that me? I think I'm back to me now. I had a playlist on one phone. Yes. So back to, so this song was released on the Soul Food soundtrack. And it says the remix was on their album. Doesn't sound any different from the one that had the video with Missy and Timbaland. But the rap, I thought that was Timbaland. But they said Black Rob. And it's What About Us? Yes, I'm like, that's, I didn't sound like Black Rob. Did you guys, you've heard it, What About Us?
Mm-hmm. The one
remix, aren't you?
Well, they said remix featuring Black Rob, but I said that doesn't sound like Black Rob. It sounds like Timbaland.
No, I
It's,
thought it sounded like Black Rob.
It's Black Rob. It says Black Rob in the
yeah, it
credits.
does say Black Rob, but it doesn't sound like him.
No, it's definitely. It's not. No, I didn't hear Timbaland rapping on it.
Okay. Yeah, and when he mentions listen to Timbaland and Missy in at the end of the rap, so that was why I was just surprised. But yeah, but anyway, as I said, I liked the moving away from the sort of bad boy sample stuff, and I liked what Missy and Timbaland gave differently to them. Yeah, definitely a different vibe, and it was and Timbaland was really at his peak at this time as well. So yes, there were 3 versions. Soul Fruit soundtrack doesn't have Timbo rap. That's what DJ All Day says. Okay, yeah, all right. Ade, what's yours?
My number 7 is Press Rewind featuring Carl Thomas from their 1996 album, from the first album.
What song is that?
Press Rewind.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that was the Carl Thomas one. Rewind. So did you know Carl Thomas at the time? Oh,
Yeah, I know Carl Thomas from I Wish.
okay.
Is him right? I wish I never. Yeah, I've never heard him on another song except for this.
Oh, what about the one with Faith? Faith
I'm
Evans.
emotional.
Emotional, yeah, that was a big one.
Never heard it.
Oh wow, that was a big
She'll
one.
discover that in time. She'll do a little IG video reel. Remember when Carl Thomas released me and Namdi will go, well, we remember that, but they didn't.
So if you listen to it, it samples Biggie's one of Biggie's songs. So it was so if you listen to Emotional with Carl Thomas and Faith Evans, that was massive.
You will have heard that somewhere.
Yeah, Summer Rain is one of my favorite songs by Carl Thomas.
Oh, wait a minute. Did Monifa say that she was supposed to do that track and she gave it to Carl? I can't remember now.
Wow.
Maybe she did. Yes, Monifa was supposed to do that track and she gave it to Carl. So, anyway, yeah. But yes, I would say that, Emotion was good. Yeah, but Carl's voice, that's why I said very distinct and as well. I think that was, definitely a nice track. Baby, I can't imagine. That's okay. Yes. Stevie, what about you?
A big shout to DJ All Day. You can hire him. Only all day, though. You can hire him all day. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, maybe even funerals. I don't know. But all day, fine. But not night. You can't hire him at night. Anyway, let's move on for my number 7. I think you've all mentioned this one. If You Want Me featuring Mace has made my numbers. So we're all in agreement with that track, are we?
Yeah.
So we're all kind of, it's in our above.
If you want, but I don't think Ade, you haven't picked it.
You're not mentioning it, Ade, no.
No.
Okay, well, you mentioned it, Namdi, and Lorraine.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I picked that track already.
Oh goodness. Okay. I don't know. What about you? What goes in?
We're at number 7.
Yeah, number 7.
For number 7, I'm finally moving on to the first album, and I put "Do You Think About Us."
Okay.
That's what I have at number 7.
Do you think about us?
I think it was produced or written by Raphael Sadiq.
Yeah.
Damn.
He started following me on IG, so I need to be mindful of what I said. But he was singing. I could hear his backing vocals a lot on it, and that's what when I think of the song, I just hear him singing the backing vocals, and I do wonder if we had allowed Total to sing it, if it would have sounded different. So yes. Do you think about it? Because it felt like it was like, man, this is such a nice song. I don't want to lose it, but I'm gonna sing on it. It's
But
okay.
maybe there's like a story behind it too, because I find like, for example, with "Cuff It" for Beyonce, that was his song that was supposed to be for the Tonys, and then she took it. So maybe
Mm,
it was a song that he had, and maybe it
okay.
was her. Who knows?
Yes, yes. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, number six. What did I get as number six? Um, now, I I think at this time, this song actually, I wonder if they'd released this song, if it would have done as good as it should have. And this was probably one of our first times hearing from these guys, and it had a song which I think they've corrected it now, but at the time when if you looked at the album, the credits for this song were wrong, and and it was blamed by the managers of these producers, trying to weasel it out. But it's When a Boy Meets Girl. It was written by Tammy Lucas with Pharrell and produced by the Neptunes. Now, on the old version of this track, they didn't, and it's on number 14 on the track. They didn't put Tammy's name down on the album. I don't know if can you see it, Stevie? Track
I'm
14.
just amazed you put that at number 6, mate. What are you doing tonight? What are you?
Hey, it's the fact that it got mentioned.
Serious, mate? Are you serious?
When Boy Meets Girl.
Yeah, vocal production, Tammy Lucas.
What about written by? Who wrote it?
Yeah, written by T. Lucas, Pharrell Williams, Chad Hugo, O Parker. There's about 10 different writers. The Bee Gees are listed.
So that's
as
Q from. Yeah, that's Q from 112.
Yeah, I forgot it does sample the Bee Gees. Love You Inside Out. That's where the sample's from.
Yeah,
I think. Wow, man.
Yeah, I think it was it was the song that Tammy wrote for SWV. I can't remember this track right now, and they didn't put her name as the writer, but they showed her publishing, and she did blame Terrell's and Chad's manager, who was trying to push them as writers and producers of songs, and moved out Tammy. However, it is such a unbelievable track, which I think should have been released as a single as well. I think they would have killed it I would have used that instead of Do You Think About Us. I think that after Kissing You, I would have done When Boy Meets Girl, because this was early Neptunes, really early Neptunes, before they started doing all their space stuff. Yeah. All right. So, Ade, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Do You Think About Us?
After I just lambasted it. Why did you pick a number 6?
I don't know. I've never heard this song. Like this is my first time listening to the album in its entirety. I'm like, oh my gosh. But it's so good. Like the vibe of it is good. And what did y'all say about Raphael? Did he write it or something? Or
he wrote and produced it, but you could hear him on the background. Do you think about us?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You could hear him on the background. Connie Johnson of Los Angeles Times considers Do You Think About Us as one of the best songs from Total, and described it as evoking the music of Faith Evans and T-Boss.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you hear that?
Okay. Oh, it's probably from my house because they're watching football. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought it was Namdi's kids then. I thought they were all fighting.
Benson comes in, gives a little gift, and says, I've never rated Total.
Big shout to Benson's there. Hey, he's giving you a super chat there, Namdi. He's keeping you rich over Christmas. He's keeping you nice.
Super chat. But blast the group. Yeah, I've never rated them. If I had to pick a track in Boy Meets Girl.
Oh my God.
That is, but yeah, Boy Meets Girl is closest to a New Jack track with Tammy Lucas with the Neptunes and the whole connection there. Yeah. Yeah. Who's playing? Lorena, who's playing? Is it
I don't even know because it started. I've been in here like preparing and stuff, so I have no clue.
okay? But
Never
you
mind.
guys are Canadians. You don't watch American football.
Yeah, we do.
Just kidding.
We watch both actually, NFL and CFL.
Okay.
Get the Premier League on. That's proper football. Proper football. None of this, not American football nonsense.
Okay, Steve. What about you?
It's actually the first entry, number 6 from this album. It was originally at number 5, but I figured my favourite track from this album had to be in my top 5, so that's a spoiler alert. But I've gone for a track produced by Chucky Thompson, samples Hamilton Bohannon, Save Our Souls, which has been sampled a lot, actually. It's a fantastic little funky track, but it's at number 6. It's Someone Like You, makes my number 6. But probably because of the sample. I just love the sample, Hamilton Bohannon, but I thought they made good use of it. I thought it was a solid enough track, could have been a single for me. But there you have it, my first entry.
Okay.
From the first album.
Lorena, what about you?
For number 6, I have a song from their second album, Sitting Home is what I have at number 6.
Yes.
It's such a dope vibe. I remember the video too. I thought the video was really good.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's pretty high up. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Happy New Year's. Yeah, totally still one that I have on vinyl. Wow. Okay.
It's worth a bit of money, that now. Worth a bit of money on vinyl. If you've got the vinyl, the original press, you're looking at least, $80 to $100 on that now, easily.
Wow. My goodness. Dave's looking up and says, I can buy some new nails.
The album with the,
Right.
the original album cover on.
She was like, oh.
Not that one, I'm afraid. Not that. That's a few dollars, that only. It's a couple of dollars, that, unfortunately.
Okay. Let me get back to my list here. It's the wrong phone. Hold on. Where are we at?
If you see,
number 6.
If you see R&B albums on vinyl, not the 12-inch, if you see the albums in the 90s, buy them. Just buy them on site if you can afford them, because they're rocketing in price.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see the total album on vinyl, just buy it. Or if you see any others that you like, Brandy, the original US pressings, gone for a bit of money. Faith Evans' first album, you $80 to $100 now, easily.
Mm-hmm.
Easily.
Wow. Zay is saying, y'all rating, sound American there. Y'all rating Sitting Home so low. I'm shocked. But if you understand that thinking about it, we've got 30, about 30 songs on both albums. So to actually make the top 10 is an achievement as well. So that's one to think about. At numbers, where are we at now? We're at number 5 or number 6?
Number 5.
Number 5. Yeah, I wonder how many people might have put this higher. Did I ever between the song I had here? It reminds me of a song by 112, and I do wonder who had the better track, Cupid and Kissing You. If you were to pick out of the two, which would you pick as a better track, Cupid or Kissing You?
That's tough.
No.
I don't know.
I'm going to go with Kissing You because I'm more biased.
Okay, Dave, what about you?
No. I'm gonna keep it.
You're gonna keep it, Lorraine. What about you?
Oh no. It's like a tiebreaker. Oh my gosh. Um I, I don't know. I think I'll go with Cupid. I don't, it's so hard.
Hard,
I
yes.
really like both songs.
So as I say, when I listen to "Kissing You," I think of Cupid, and I think of the stripped down. So it's almost like they on Bad Boy those songs. They don't want the puffy. Oh, no, take that, take that. They just stripped it down, guitar and singing. And yeah, there's the Oh Honey remix of "Kissing You" when they attend the Bad Boy barbecue. Um, I maybe prefer slightly Cupid, but then Kissing, yeah, maybe slightly, but Kissing You, I think, was definitely a nice track. I'm sure they didn't get 112 as a Cupid. So, because we didn't get that 112 as a Drew Hill. I don't know how people like Jagged Edge that much, but anyway. Yes. So
Hey, no
Kiss.
Jagged Edge slander, guys.
Oh goodness, yeah. But so Kissing You at number 5 for me. Yeah, definitely a nice vibe and stuff like that. Dum, da, dum, da, dum. Another Raphael Sadiq production. Wrote and produced it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So that's it. Kissing You, Raphael Sadiq. Yeah. You're my pride and joy.
Wow.
And my baby boy. Yeah. It went gold. It was their biggest, I think it was their biggest single. It was their biggest single.
Sounds incredible now, that record. Really does sound good.
Yeah. Okay.
After all this time, after 30 years, it just sounds amazing.
Yes. Okay. At number 5, hey Marco, it's yeah. As we always say, we rate the songs based on how we're feeling at this point in time and stuff. But all this, let me see, the biggest selling single. Yeah, they're all. I think the one that they on the US R&B charts. Looking Through, Tripping went to number 3, and Can't You See went to number 3, and No One Else number 4, but Kissing You number 6. But Kissing You actually did no, Tripping went to number 7 on Billboard 100. All right. Yes. All right. So, and albums, what did they do? Go ahead, Dave.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5, I have What About Us?
Okay.
Classic.
Do. Okay. Wait, what about us in the video? Who's in the video version? That's Timbaland. That's rapping, is it not him? Or there's no. What do you remember of the video version?
I don't think there's a rap in the video version.
Ah.
Is there?
Okay. What about us? Yeah, I total make help me see. Yeah, I just always thought that I always just thought that it was Timbaland doing the rap, but maybe as he talks about hearing Total sing, I thought he did do it. Anyway, that's just on me. Stevie, what about you?
I've gone for the outstanding track on this album. The reason I probably keep this album in my CD collection, and that's Sitting Home.
Wow.
Obviously, that big guitar loop was originally on the Whitehead Brothers, wasn't it?
Yeah, so Darryl Person did the production on the co-production there.
I'm just thinking that guitar loop, was it originally? Obviously, we heard it on the Whitehead Brothers, but was it ripped off from something else, some 70s soul track? I'm just looking at the samples on here, see if it was, because I can't remember. Where's the track?
Kenny Whitehead is featured as a writer on it.
Oh,
So they
actually contain sample of "Forget I Was a G" performed by the Whitehead Brothers. So they originally came up with that guitar loop. Whoever played guitar on it.
Daryl Pearson.
Interesting on this. Does anyone recognize a name, Jack Knight? Does that ring any bells? Has anybody had a solo album out?
Was he not? Did he not do some stuff with Blackstreet on their finally album?
Jack Knight, he was a bit of a name at the time. So he wrote the track with D. Angela, G. Blake, Kenny Whitehead. And it's produced by Garrett Blake. But I think it's an outstanding. I think it's the best track on this album by a mile. It has to be in the top 5. Really. I thought, this has to be in the top 5. So, as strong as the other tracks are on the first album, and that is my last edition. I've used all my 5 tracks now, so it's got as high as 5. I save the best, as Vanessa Williams says, save the best for last. There you go. Hold me nose off camera
here. Look what Misty. She said Trippin had some of us getting panther tattoos. Okay.
Like a Black Panther or like a Panther?
I think there was.
I think it was like paw prints.
Yeah. Best mid. People like his. People do like Pam's vocals. She sang at home on sitting home. As I said, I think I appreciate. Okay, Laredo. Okay, and someone scored a touchdown. You can.
Oh, I know. It's loud. That's why I'm trying to stay on mute because
that's fine. It's fine. As long as we knew that there wasn't any trouble, that's fine.
No. It's because there's like family over and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I think it just caught us off guard, but we're cool. Don't worry about it.
So for number 5, I put No One Else with The Rat at number 5.
Oh wow, so it went that high up.
Yeah.
As I said, when you're doing a double album like that, it's actually including it in the being able to include it in a top 10 does say that actually it is, it was, because when you have 30 songs, goodness, you've included it in there. Yeah. Okay. Number 4. I'm sure people will be surprised that I had this at number 4. Let me see who actually did the wow. So it's who is this? I think it was Chad Elliott and Daryl Pearson who did this track. Who is? But is is she do? There's something about this track that I just loved the production. I thought it was a Timbaland track production until now. I loved the British woman speaking at the beginning of the track, and then they used you call yourself a friend. That was just do 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 do. You call yourself a friend? I tried. I just loved the track. Loved how she started off, and then I'm like, she sounds like she's from London, and then and then they use her last lines. You call yourself a friend, and then Pam's singing this song, and I'm sure no one would pick it in the top 10, but for me, it is number 4 for me. I've always loved the track from the first time I've heard it.
I thought it was all the beginning, like whoever was. I thought it was awful the way it started. The English, terrible number.
See, because
completely unlistenable. Spoils the track.
No, definitely not. It actually makes it because you're listening to this
terrible,
and you're like, wait a minute, that does I'm sure there's some London girl moved to New York, and then she just like, hey, what's going on? This is not how
never
we
been
do.
allowed in the studio. Never been allowed in the studio.
Oh no!
See that? This is like an old granddad talking.
Wait, what was yours?
I tried. It's on the second album. You can't remember it?
No.
No, you can't remember.
The
You can't
girl
remember.
yelling that somebody slept with her man.
No.
Oh, you can't remember it. Okay, I mean, and it you can't remember it.
What's going on? What am I dealing with? I can't believe it. Oh, you want my fucking friend? I should stamp on your face right now.
Why? Just why? What is the point in that?
Yeah, I did like. I just love the. I'm from London. I was like, get Pam's made out this. No. I remember listening to it, and I was living in Los Angeles at 98. No, where was I? 98. No, I was still in Milwaukee, Midwest, and maybe I was homesick, and I was like, oh man, and it just didn't. It just like, where did they get this? Where did they get it from? So yes, I really just love the whole vibe of the whole vibe of the track, and then Pam singing as well over it. Yes, you got yourself a friend. Go ahead, Dave.
My number 4 is "Love Is All We Need." I know the credits, and
Love is all we need. Dun, dun,
I don't
dun.
know which song though.
Let me see. What album was that on? Is that the second album? That would have been the first album, right?
"Love Is All We Need." It's the first album. The first.
That was called Chucky. Okay, Chucky Thompson. Okay.
I really like.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wasn't okay. That was that high up. All right. Should have been a whole track. Okay. Stevie, what did you get to number 4?
Number 4, I got obviously I think it was the first single, wasn't it, on the New Jersey Drive? No, it wasn't. No, it was the second single. I'm stand corrected. No One Else featuring Debrat. On the US CD single that was released, there was an R&B remix which smoothed it out. If I could have included that, I would have, because that's for me, that's the best mix of this track. I think that smoothed out R&B remix. But No One Else, great memories, great club memories of this track. Big single at the time, number 4.
Okay. It had so many remixes here. It had Puffy Radio remix, R&B remix, Daddy,
That's the one. That's
Puff
the
Daddy.
one. Oh, amazing mix.
Okay. Lorena, is it a touchdown yet? Okay.
Okay, where are we? Number 4?
Oh, just before you say that, so back then interludes were a thing to help with the story. That's why. Yeah, but I would say, I think what I was just getting at was back then I didn't mind the interludes. I think listening to them today is like, oh goodness, and especially I think there was one with Keisha and Diddy and sorry, Puffy, that just felt like okay, especially with the whole trial stuff. So that's why I think it's harder to listen to now, as it probably would have been back in the younger days. Okay, Lorena, number 4.
Number 4, I put When Boy Meets Girl from their first album.
Okay. Did you find it different than most of the songs on the album?
Yeah, from what I can remember, I'd have to like listen again, but it's different. But I really liked how like they were singing the song, like their voices and everything. So it's one of my favorites from the first album.
Yeah. You can have Pharrell. Yeah. I wish they could have given the Neptunes a little bit more tracks on that, because I think they did really did a real good job with that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Top 3 now.
Ooh.
Yeah. this, this was the first single that they released, and I didn't realize all that. Yeah, and yeah, as you can see, that they did have a lot of people, little hands in the pot. Missy, Dell, Pearson, Timbaland, Puffy, and Mario. But the song was released with Puffy and have Ferrer and Mario's remix as the main version with regards to the sync cover. So I think what happened is they took what Timbaland and Missy did, and then they added their remix to it. Um, and then yeah, but I love Tripping. I think it was such an especially going away from their hard. I think they tried to soften them up in the second, because if you saw that they weren't, if you see the clothing here, all shades and black leather, and then they come here and they are becoming, they're a little bit more. So the video, Sitting Home, Tripping, and What About Us, they try to just present them differently. And so for me, Tripping, loved the video, loved the whole styling and everything like that, was very explicit. I don't think I remember listening to anything. I need to listen to and read the lyrics as well. But I love Tripping, um, and it made number 3 for me. Yes. Um,
Yeah.
what were you singing the other day?
Tripping is good. It didn't make my list, but it's good.
Oh, you didn't make it. Wow. Okay, you'd be tripping then. She'd be tripping. She didn't even put tripping in her list.
Oh, but yeah, I do love the outfits though. The outfits were. But for my number 3 is the song that introduced me to Total, and what made me gravitate towards the song is, what's her name? Is it Kima, the one who has like the really high voice, who does the "Take Me Away"?
Oh yeah, that's Kima.
Can't you see? It's my number 3.
Wow.
And yeah,
Okay.
that was first introduction to Total. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love them, especially the part when Kima was like, I don't sing, but when she did, yes, I was like, gosh, I wish I
you did to me. Yeah, yes.
yes.
Yes. It's a pity that she didn't get to do much singing. But then again, you're competing with Pam, who had a very distinct voice, and Keisha, who just wasn't in it. I mean, Keisha always looked possessed when her first. If you see them perform live, she just looked like she was just lost and stuff. But yeah, yes, okay, good choice, Stevie. What did you get for number 3?
I did mention earlier that I think this track sounds really, really strong now, and I think it's really stood the test of time. It might be number 1 on a few people's list, and I totally understand why it would be at number 1. But it's at number 3, and that's "Kissing You" of Raphael Sadiq. It's got that classic Raphael Sadiq feel on it. It's a big track, really classy track, great track. 3, 2, 1, any of them places. It's worthy of being anyone's top 5 anyway. Thank you, please.
Do. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Tony would have smashed it if they did it as well. They would have smashed it as well. So, or Raphael Sadiq on his own, but he gave it to them, and they, it's a great track for them. It is a great track for them.
Yeah, and it was different as well. It was definitely different. Okay. Lorena, what did you put in number 3?
Number 3 is a song from their second album that I have, and it's "Trippin'." So that is my number 3.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Didn't expect that.
No.
No. Wow.
Well, they didn't even put in her top 10, so that was, I had a number 3 as well. Yeah. Did okay? Was it a shift from the first album when you think of Tripping?
I feel like it's more I guess from that sound from that era, I guess it's like like a Y2K type of futuristic, a little bit the sounds I
Mm.
find from there. But it's also too like one of the songs I remember when I was younger, when I shouldn't have been listening to that album.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Okay, top two. Yeah, I think people would be surprised with my pick for number two, and I went to the first album for number two, and I don't think I gave this song enough listen to at the time. Yeah, nope, wrong album. And until we did this, and I was thinking, oh man, this was definitely a track that I really appreciate with Chucky Thompson doing production. Yeah, it did have Puffy on it as well. Um, but I'm listening to this. I'm thinking, man, Pam, I don't think I don't think I appreciated her as a vocalist as much as I did after doing this. And it was so close to being number one, very close to being number one, but don't ever change. Oh, Stevie is falling off his seat. Goodness. Oh, did he had a heart attack? Okay. Sorry, I thought
No, I'm
you'd
coming down. I'm slowly coming down with a man flu, unfortunately.
I thought he had a heart attack. Yeah, oh man, over
Yeah,
Christmas.
just slowly coming down with the man flu. But don't worry, I'm a man. I'm a man. I will deal with this. The man flu. Oh dear.
So
Like
yeah,
a true man, I'll get through it.
okay, ultra man like
Yes.
Alex O'Neill. Yeah, don't ever change. I know a day you put it at what, number 8?
9.
Not number yeah, it's probably at number 9. But I just it's just this is when I thought, oh Pam, she's just on another level with her voice and the vibe of the song. And I don't know if we apart from Kissing You, I don't think we thought of Total with their ballads, but this was to me like, oh man, this was great. So yeah, number 2 for me. Now that is, yeah, I wish it could easily be number 1, but number 2, the singing is flat. Okay, it is what music gives you that feeling and that vibe. So yes, that's what Don't Ever Change does for me. Yes. Ade, what about you? What's number 2?
My number 2, I feel like my number 1 and 2 could be like interchangeable with each other. Like both of them should be 1. But I have Kissing You for number 2.
Okay. Okay.
Total. And it's just so amazing that Raphael Sadiq has just written everything. Like I did not know that, but that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean he did the music for Sinners. I mean that's stuff like that is easy for him. He did I think, did he do Brown Sugar? Was he the main producer and writer on Brown Sugar? Yeah.
I don't know if he's the main, but he did. Wasn't it Lady?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean he's well, I mean he did a lot of he did a lot of the Tony stuff. So yeah. So yeah, okay. But yeah, Kissing You definitely is Kissing You is a hot song. I fell in love with Pam because of that song. Yes. Okay. But Stevie, what about you?
I think this is an absolute. It's a '90s R&B classic. This again, big club memories. And initially, this was at number 1. I'm umming and ahhing if this should be number 1. With what I actually put number 1, but it's number 2. Can't you see? We know Tories B.I.G. is at number 2. Can't you see? It's an absolute '90s classic for me. What?
Oh my god.
Okay. In a way, it's a compliment in a strange old way because Tracy Chapman was on another level when she just sang her own things. But okay.
Wow.
Yes. It's just a shame he gave the songs to three women who can't sing. My goodness.
Ooh. Ooh.
Benson, what did goodness, no, they could sing and stuff. Anyway.
Ooh.
Okay. Loretta, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is Kissing You from their first album. So
Wow, you guys had it. Okay.
yeah, it's one of my favorite songs. There's just another song that I put at number 1. It's just every time it comes on from like the first bar, I'm just
Yeah,
number 2.
yeah. It is. It's a and as I said, it's definitely a track that I can appreciate at the time. All right, so let me go through my. Well, I had. Yeah, if well, I'll look at some of my honorable mentions that couldn't make it. At number 15, I had The Most Beautiful. 14, I had I Don't Wanna. I had 13, Rain. I really liked Rain. I think the other one that I really missed I could have gotten in was the one with Missy, Do Something. It sounded like, when Missy did Bad Boys and with Mocha doing a rap and Missy. Um, I yeah. So that was it. Then I had Press Rewind with Carl Thomas. His voice was very distinct, but at 11. But at number 10, Sitting Home. Number 9 is No One Else. Number 8 is If You Want Me featuring Mace. Number 7, What About Us remix with Black Rob. Number 6 is When a Boy Meets Girl. Number 5 is Kissing You. Number 4, I Tried. Number 3, Tripping. Number 2, Don't Ever Change. And number 1, it is really hard not to appreciate their debut single, to appreciate Biggie's rap, and how it just really says, okay, listen to these new girls, but and I'm gonna vouch for them almost with his rap. But and then the James Brown sample throughout the track, and I even like the version with Keith Murray, the remix that they did with him. But Can't You See? It will be another 90s classic, 95 classic that everyone was, you heard. I don't know if it's like Jay Don't Walk Away level, but it does have its space in the 90s. So my favorite total track from both albums is Can't You See, at number 1. All right, today.
Yes. So I'm just going through like my entire list, and then number 1.
So you can pick your honorable mentions before you get to number 1.
Okay.
and then you go from 10 down to 1.
I think my honorable mentions are Rain, Sitting Home, and Tell Me. And then my number 10 was Rock Track. My number 9 was Don't Ever Change. Number 8 is I Don't Want to Smile. Number 7 is Press Rewind. Number 6 is Do You Think About Us? Number 5 is What About Us? Oh. Number 4 is Love Is All We Need. Number 3, Can't You See? Number 2, Kissing You. And number 1, I still remember the first time I ever heard this song. I was like, oh my gosh, this beat. No One Else featuring the Brats.
Wow.
I love that beat. Oh my goodness. And the Brats, I like. Yes, I love that.
Big track. Big track.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Goodness, Stevie, what about you?
I just want to appreciate this CD packaging, album cover, the front cover there, the back cover, which what a great photograph that is, and also the inside of it as well. Look at the CD and the logo of the group, and again that the photography just superb. I mean, the styling. I don't know, record companies in the 90s seem to put a lot more into the CD packaging, the booklets. It just a lot more than what they do today, anyway. But my honourable mentions are all from this album, really. Do You Think About Us didn't make my top 10, but it's an honourable mention. Don't Ever Change and Spend Some Time. Really, really solid tracks. But number 10 was Rain from the second album. What About Us remix at number 9. 8 was Tripping. Number 7, If You Want Me. Number 6, Someone Like You from this album. And then I've got number 5, Sitting Home, my highest track from this album. No One Else at number 4. 3, Kissing You. Number 2, it was at number 1, was Can't You See? But what pipped it to number 1 was just sheerly my clubbing memories of hearing this track every week as a big album cut. It didn't get released as a single. Big sample from the Bee Gees, but I think this is a tremendous track. When Boy Meets Girl makes my number 1.
Wow.
My number 1. There you go. Fantastic.
Okay. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
Big surprise number 1 for me. That for you, probably you guys there, ladies.
Was it
for number 1? It's a really good song.
Yeah, I mean, for you, was it the sample? Was it
It's what I call a DJ hit. It's the DJs picked that track from the album, and they could have pushed that as a single. You know, the label should have heard should have been out in them clubs thinking, hey, all these DJs are playing that track, and everyone's dancing to it. We need to get that out there. Unfortunately, they didn't. So. You know, but it was a DJ turntable hit that in the clubs, in the R&B clubs. 96 was, I've got so many great memories of that year. Mark Morrison, Return of the Mark. I mean, it was my peak club years then. Great days.
Okay, Lorena, what about you?
So for me, some honorable mentions that I have is Tell Me, I Tried, Don't Ever Change. And I put What About Us because I didn't like the remix. I like the original, which is on the Soul Food soundtrack. So that's why it didn't make my top 10 because I just don't like that version of it. Number 10 is Press Rewind featuring Carl Thomas. Number 9, The Most Beautiful. Number 8, If You Want Me. Number 7, Do You Think About Us? Number 6, Sitting Home. Number 5, No One Else featuring The Brat. Number 4, When Boy Meets Girl. Number 3, Trippin'. Number 2, Kissing You. And number 1 for me is a song that I personally don't get tired of. I hear it all the time in parties still. And when that first line drops by the Notorious B.I.G., everybody goes crazy. So for me, it's Can't You See?
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Great choice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, you listen to his rap alone, and then how he just introduces them the same way he did with 112. So they had a good formula. Okay, Biggie, you need to introduce these guys. And then Biggie says, "Well, I have to represent Junior Mafia."
Always.
Yeah, bring them in. Okay. If you were doing a top 10 R&B groups, female groups from the 90s, would Total and fit into your top 10?
They'd be on the list. They'd have to be considered.
Okay. Well, a day, what would you think? And then...
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's my list.
We just counting different groups to make sure you had enough to fit in. That's WB.
Can't make my list, yeah.
You think, okay, Lorena, what about you?
I think they would make my list too.
Yeah.
Okay. Stevie, you said they definitely would.
I'd probably compile my top 20 girl groups of the 90s, then I'm whittling it down. I don't know, would they make the top 10? We'll have to see, but they're definitely strong contenders. There's no doubt about it. Strong contenders.
And Max says either between 8 and 10.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, we will do an episode so we don't give it away. But I would think for me, they having two albums and having a, a different style, so they were not like what everything else, like most of what was out there, um, like Destiny's Child or I think I wouldn't. I don't think Destiny's Child would make my top 10. Um, so yeah, they would
Well,
definitely
they only
be.
made one. How many albums did they make in the night? Did they make one or two albums? Was
Who's
it
that?
90 Destiny Child? 97 and 99, wasn't it?
No, I
Destiny
think they
Child.
did three albums. Did they do three albums? I
Well,
didn't
in
No,
the
I'm thinking
90s,
how
they
they
had
released in the
two.
90s. The actual 90s did they release? I think it was definitely one or two. Definitely
I think
one.
it's two.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the second
Destiny
one,
Child.
that second album was huge, wasn't it? One with Bills on and
The
that's the
Writings
right
on
on
the
the wall.
Writing of the Wall was 99 and Destiny's Child was 98. They did a lot.
They'd have to be considered, Namdi. I don't know. They'd have to be put in. They're a top
Who?
10. Destiny
The
Child.
Writings
Easy.
on the Wall is like
It's a massive album.
yeah.
Massive.
Yeah, I mean the Writing on the Wall, that was with Rodney Jerkins. Say My Name. That did that made 13 million worldwide, and goodness, and then Survivor did 10 million, and yeah,
I didn't like the Survivor album. Really didn't like the album at all. It was like they were going for their stadium filler album there, weren't they? They were going for their Michael Jackson filler moment. It didn't quite happen for me. Well, that's another podcast debate. That.
yeah, but and I say that because um, Brian Alexander Morgan, well, they
Here's
just
a list
posted.
here: TLC, SWV, En Vogue, Janae. Wow, yeah, Janae. Escape, 702, Changing Cut. So yeah, there's a lot there. There is a lot there.
Yeah, so they just said the best-selling R&B groups of all time worldwide. TLC at number one with 85 million. Destiny's Child at number two with 70 million. The Supremes at number three with 50 million. SWV at number four with 40 million. The Pointer Sisters with 40 million. Number six is En Vogue with 30 million, and Sister Sledge with 25 million. Now, it's that's I don't believe TLC sold 85 million records. I think they're adding streams and all that stuff into it, so it's a very hard list to compile. But SWV seemed to be the fourth most successful R&B group out there. But yeah, Total
I don't
didn't.
know. TLC's second and third albums were huge, mate. They were huge. You think
Yeah.
about it. They were absolutely huge back then.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, taking nothing away from Total, I think they were very different. They had the style, they had the swagger, they had the different vocals. A lot of people don't seem to like. Not too many people like them as much, but I definitely appreciate them. Um,
And I'm
If
glad we
you
did
were-
this podcast. I'm really happy that
yes.
we managed to
Well,
appreciate them.
just finally though, if you were to, which would be your favorite, the debut album or the second album? I'll start with you, Day.
Debut album.
The debut album, Stevie.
8.8 out of 10,
Okay.
maybe 5 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Day, what would you rank both albums out of 10?
I think the first one, I agree. I would give it. Oh, hold on, kiss me. 9 or 10. I don't know, 9 or 10. But then the second one, maybe a 6. It's not my favorite, but that first one though, 9, 10 level. Like they have so many.
Goodness. Lorena, what about you?
Yeah, for me, it's the first album, which is it's cool that I got to do this because, like I said, I've never listened to the first album in full ever, and so for me to like that over the second album was really interesting to see. But I definitely rate the debut album higher, so I would give that like an 8.5 out of 10.
Wow. And then the second one?
I'd give it a solid 7.
Okay. I probably at this stage of life would probably give both albums a 7. probably 7.5 for the second album, just because I played the first so much as well. But Red Golden Chow says, Pound taught me how to sing. That's really nice. All right, guys. So look out in 2026. We will be doing Brandy's debut album versus Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, our Aaliyah's debut album. Both came out in 94. So yeah, we will be compiling our top 10 or 12 songs evenly matched from both albums and compiling our lists. So look out for that. And
next week, don't forget, people, it's strictly about the music next week. It's a controversial one, but reviewing it on music purposes only, not about the horrendous things that the person's done in his personal life. Let's get that straight. Straight anyway.
Yes. So that would be 12 play next Sunday. Jackie McGee picked the album, and she is going to be right in the middle of that. So we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Have a safe New Year's, and be grateful. And we, as all of us, I pray and hope that we all make it safely into 2026, and we keep celebrating the art, celebrating the music. Nothing controversial out here, but just fun.
And remember, folks, totally free.
Okay. All right. So we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I did miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay.
They don't understand what Jonas' voice winning all spirits.
Play it.